Yeah, we actually like a lot of the podcast guys out there. I mean, the One Piece podcast guys are fantastic. The Fairy Tale podcast guys are really enthusiastic and awesome. So we have a good relationship with a lot of different podcasts out there. We like them, and they do some great work out there.
Welcome to Fairy Tale.
ちょっと汚れたスーツケースを持って何も知らずに空から降りた地図の向こうここに山上夢見た憧れの場所 Yeah 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 The Rock City Boy Yeah 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 The Rock City Boy
I am Natsu Dragneel.
I'm Grey Bulbaster.
I am Elfman.
I'm Julia. I'm Lisa.
I'm Charle.
I'm Loke.
I'm Happy.
I'm Mira.
I'm Erza.
I'm Wendy.
We are Fairy Tale. We don't live like we have already. Oh, God damn it.
We do. Yes.
My magic arc of time manipulates my wedgie.
I'm Naruto. Wait, shit.
Aha! I suddenly see the fail in this plan.
I'm always needing someone.
Well, I can do that for you.
Like a good neighbor, Moo Moo is there. And can I get a ham sandwich?
I want a sandwich.
I wanna believe a single meanest recently is like this is me pretty please all birds and bees but ecstasy with SGs round and round on sound like vinyl won't snatch up with a blackjack bottle when I stay home you stay ahead now we fit go got nailed.
So hello and welcome to episode 32 of Fairy Tale. Got a couple of things we're going to talk about. We're going to do some dub stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about the dub since box set 3 came out. Volume 17 is out. We totally suggest you check this out. Also, if you go by our page, our website, we posted this on our Facebook page, but if you go to our website, which is fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com, we now have a merchandise page on there, so you can click and go through and buy all this crazy merch. Now we're having some people look it over because we did get a lot of these links from Amazon, and we want to make sure that it's legit shit and that we're not trying to we're not promoting like bootleg stuff. I know that all the manga and the anime and music and games are all good. It's just the miscellaneous merch that I'm kind of like, some of this kind of looks like it could be shady, but I'm looking at the retailers and stuff. I'm trying to be careful with it, but I better safe than sorry. There are two things at the very, very end that I know Luxus would be very, very proud of. They have the 3D mouse pads for Fairy Tale.
Yeah!
Boobies! They have an Urza 3D booby mouse pad. I believe it. No, it's a Lucy 3D booby mouse pad
Lucy
and a
has
Juvia.
more, so yay.
And a
I have
Juvia
no
3D
complaints.
booby mouse
I want
pad.
it.
So if you go onto the merch page, it's at the very, very bottom, and trust me, there's a very long list. And if you just click on the image, then it'll take you right to where you need to purchase it from. So it'll take you to the area where that particular item is available for purchase on either Amazon or Right Stuff, because those are the two that we're using, because generally they're pretty efficient. Alrighty, so yeah, that's the majority of the news that we have, and we're going to jump into Fairy Tale news right now, but before I hand things over to Charle, I've got some two quickie updates for Fairy Tale news. Alright, in Fairy Tale news, before we jump over into the con news, just wanted to talk real quickly about some of the UK stuff going on. The manga plans for Fairy Tale. So the Fairy Tale manga, I don't even know why it hasn't been released yet. But Manga UK has tweeted its plans for the Fairy Tale series. Volume 1 is due to be out on March the 5th, and the subsequent volumes follow in May. So, why this series was not in the UK before baffles me. But, yeah, somebody needs to put that out there. Thank you, Manga UK. Manga UK has also confirmed to ANN that 3 previously announced titles are due for the UK release in February and March, and those titles are Tekken Blood Vengeance, And then that will be released on February 6th. And then Digital Frontier produced the film, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Appleseed's Resident Evil Degeneration. Fairy Tail Volume 1 is due on March 5th. It is an ongoing blah, 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 blah. So I think it's pretty much the same thing. It's just they're releasing a bunch of stuff in the UK that should have already been out in the UK. So what the hell is going on? Manga people in the UK. What the fuck, manga type peoples in the UK? And yes, I did just borrow from Philip DeFranco. What the fuck, UK type peoples? And your manga-ness and not doing things right. Alright, so now we're going to move on to happier news, which is con updates with Charle.
Okay, so on this segment of con updates, we have UshiCon, which is February 3rd through the 5th in Round Rock, Texas, and Cherry Millet will be there. Then there's NakaCon, which is February 10th through the 12th at Overland Park Convention Center in Overland Park, Kansas, and Colin Clinkenbeard will be there. Then we have Mini A-Con, February 18th at Denton Public Library, North Branch in Denton, Texas, and Cherry Millet will be there. Then there is MegaCon, which is February 17th through the 19th in Orlando, Florida, and Todd Habercorn and Chris Sabat will be appearing. KawaiiCon is March 16th through the 18th at the Hawaii Convention Center in Honolulu, Hawaii, and Chris Sabat will be there. Then there is ShotoCon, which is March 16th through the 18th, Lansing Convention Center in Lansing, Michigan, and Todd Habercorn will be there. Then we have Konnichiwa, March 23rd through the 25th at the Holiday Inn Palo Verde in Tucson, Arizona, and Monica Rial and Colleen Clinkenbeard will be there. Then there is MizumiCon at Our Lady of the Lake University in San Antonio, Texas, and Todd Habercorn will be there. And that wraps it up for con news.
Alrighty, and yeah, that's all the fairy tale news that we have for this week, and we are going to move on to the anime recap. So this week's episode is episode 55. And it starts off with Charle. He is there. They're going to use Wendy to bring him back. All the other guilds are fighting against other dark guilds under Oracion Seis. I like how Natsu and Gray, beat the hell out of everyone in Naked Mummy like it was nothing. And then Charles, totally surprised, and Natsu still being Natsu. Let's see, Arigor shows up. Wants a rematch with Natsu, and then he gets punched away, and he gets one shot by Natsu. It's very Team Rocket of him, basically. He sends him flying for the rest of the day. Yay! Well, okay, in the anime it was a little bit longer. He just shows up and beats his ass, though. He pretty much one-shots him. Then you meet Racer. Racer's trying to stop them. Gray puts a big wall of ice in the way so he can't get to Natsu. Natsu gets to the cave where Wendy and Happy are and sees Jalal. He's just woken up, and apparently he's a cranky waker because he just fucking pushes Natsu with magic into the wall and drops the bad guys into a pitfall. And everybody's like, what the hell is going on with Jalal? Blah, 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 blah. He's headed toward Nirvana. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna activate it? We don't know. Then Gray stops Racer again from getting in the way of Natsu and Wendy trying to get back to Erza, and that is where the episode ends. I know I'm not doing a good job of actually watch the show if you want it to be explained in further detail. Alrighty, so let's go around the call and talk about what everybody thought of this episode. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Lisana.
Thumbs up.
Loki.
Thumbs up.
Charle.
Paws up.
If I find out that your name is Carla, I'm going to be sorely disappointed.
I know. I've been seeing that around. Everybody's calling her Carla. I'm like, no.
Alright, Wendy.
Thumbs up.
Kana.
Thumbs up.
Urza.
Thumbs up.
And Lucy.
Thumbs up.
Alrighty, so what is one thing you liked or didn't like about this episode? Lusana.
That was really funny. Don't wake him up now.
Don't wake up Jalal, he's very
Don't
cranky.
wake up Jalal in the morning.
Cranky Loki. Alright, Loki.
I can't remember his name. The guy who got punched, like, right at the very beginning. Didn't even have much of a chance to fight Natsu, just punch and...
Oh, Aragorn.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
That part was funny.
Charle.
I like Jalal and his crankiness. Me and him would get along just fine, because I like to punch things when I wake up, too.
Okay. Wendy.
I always love me some gray badassery.
Kana.
Jalal's all like, bitch, please.
Urza.
I like Jalal, because that is exactly how I am at every moment of every day.
Wherever your lives.
Bitch, please, follow my hole. And Edo Lucy.
I just love watching people get their shit beat out of them.
That's not
Oh, it's
nice.
You try working in retail and telling me that's not nice.
Exactly.
It's nice. I've worked in retail. It's
Nice
nice.
is overrated. I go with the violence.
Especially if you work at horrible places like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, God.
Don't say it, I'm gonna get sued.
I'm sure you want to just beat every single child that walks in through that door.
Actually, I'm pretty sure she wishes every one of those children would get kidnapped by a bear.
That bear is stealing children. Oh, well.
That bear is stealing children! Yay!
Finally!
I hope they never come back.
That's
Wait,
the
no,
time when
I
the
don't
guy
think
walks in. If a guy walks in a bear costume, you just say, "Take as many as you want." Pick which one.
Them
Pick
all.
whichever one. All right. So I kind of have to agree with Loki on this one. I especially like the fact that Aragorn shows up and he's like, "I have become more powerful than I was last time." And then Natsu's just like, "Yeah, Team Rocket." And Aragorn's like, "What?" And he goes, "Bam!" And then all of a sudden, Aragorn's blasting off again.
Oh, hi, Team Rocket!
Hi, Superman! Ow! Anyway, because Aragorn's not powerful enough to knock him out of the sky, he hits Superman, and Superman's just like, "Did that mosquito just like try to ram me?" Like,
But if it was Toby...
Anyway, but if it was Toby, yeah. And in comparison to the manga, what did you like better, anime or manga? Lisana.
Anime.
Loki.
Anime.
Charle.
Manga.
Wendy.
Manga.
Kana.
I always loved the anime.
Urza.
Anime.
And Lucy.
Anime.
Alrighty. And that is going to wrap us up for the anime recap, and we are going to move on to fan mail.
On this segment of Charles' Magical Education, I am going to cover Reedus and Sharpie markers. Okay, Reedus is a tall man, but very round, which makes his arms look very short. He is round because he asked Master Markarov to cast a spell on him to make him bigger so he could draw his picked magic on his stomach, and things would be bigger. When the Tenru Island team disappeared, the magic that Makarov cast on him wore off, and he went to his normal size of a tall and slim. Reedus is not very brave and tends to hide a lot when things go wrong, but if asked, he will do a job that is important even if it means that he cannot hide. Reedus also likes drawing happy scenes and pretty people. His magic is called Picked Magic, and the magic type is a holder type. Picked magic allows Reedus to draw things and animate them so that he can use them for things that may be needed. This also includes battles. Drawing picked magic usually requires special tools to draw and use the magic effectively. Reedus has decided to use his stomach as one of his tools. There is a dark guild that is called Red Hood, and they also have a member that uses picked magic, but the difference between them and Reedus is that they do not draw on their bodies, but they draw on actual paper to bring their magic to life. They also use a magic called Unison Picked, which is where they all use their magic to draw or to summon them together, or help one another out. Some of the spells that we have seen Reedus use are as follows: Carriage and Boar, Cannon, Cannon Fire, Nature Run Wild, Roar of Silver, Maid Lucy, and Hole. And that wraps it up for Charles' magical education.
I thought that was interesting because I didn't actually know that Master had cast a spell on him to make him bigger.
Yeah,
I just thought he trimmed down, and I didn't know that was actually a spell. So that's pretty interesting.
So he was fat by choice?
Yeah. Master cast Titan on him. And that wraps it up for Charles' magical education. Going to hand it over to Elfman for Cooking with Elfman.
Today on Cooking with Elfman, I want to teach you how to make Gyouza, Japanese-style dumplings.
Oh, what?
Now, for the dough, you're going to need about 170 milliliters of water and 200 grams of strong flour. That's simple enough. But for the filling, you're going to need about 200 grams of ground pork, cabbage, nira or leek, or green onion, garlic, ginger, sake, soya sauce, salt and pepper, and sesame oil. And if you want dipping sauce, all it requires is soy sauce and vinegar. Now for the dough can speak. Awesome. For the dough, mix the water and flour to a dough that should not be sticky but as soft as your earlobe. Put a wet towel over the dough and let it stand for several minutes, and separate the dough in 30 pieces. And form each of them into a very thin dish with a diameter of about 10 centimeters, and the middle of each dish should be a little bit thicker than the edge. For the filling, cut some green outer cabbage leaves, some green onion or leek, nira, ginger, and garlic in very small pieces. The amount of these ingredients should equal the amount of meat. Then, put some salt on the cabbage and let it stand for 5 minutes. Then press the water out of the cabbage pieces. Then mix the cabbage, green onion, or leek, nira, ginger, garlic, and ground pork all together. Add some salt, pepper, soy sauce, sake, and sesame oil. Mix it all together. Then, put some of the filling onto a piece of dough, and remember to speak properly. Okay. Remember to put some of the filling onto a piece of dough. Remember that the filling should suffice for 30 Goya pieces. Moisten the edge of the dough with water, only a semicircle, not all the way around. Close the Goya. While closing it, fold the edge about 6 times. Make it look awesome. Put the gyouza on the table and on the fryer, and fry it in a bit of hot oil until the bottom is brownish. Then add water so that the gyouza are in the water with about half of the height. Keep the heat high and wait until all the water is vaporized. Then remove the gyouza from the heat. And that is it for Cooking with Elfman. I'm going to pass it on to Loki for Bartending with Loki.
Welcome everybody to Bartending with Loki. Hey Kana, are you a fan of Final Fantasy VII?
I'd have to say yes, actually I am.
Well, I have the perfect drink for you. I found this one while doing a little bit of research with a guy with white hair taught me how to do, and I came across a drink called the Blood of the Ancients. It's the Final Fantasy VII cocktail. To make this, you need 3 ounces of sour apple pucker, 0.75 ounces of citrus vodka, splash sweet and sour, a dash of Chardonnay, and fill Sprite. Basically, Kana, to make this, you pour the liquor into an old-fashioned glass over ice. Then you fill it with Sprite. Gently stir until it mixes together. Splash in the sweet and sour mix, slowly dash in Chardonnay, and then you drink it. How does that sound?
Well, I'd like 2 dozen of them, and I think I'll invite Charle and Natsu to join the party this week in my room.
Hells
Oh,
yeah!
what? I'm not invited?
Maybe. If the drinks are good, you can stay. Wendy, you can come too. Even though you're underage, we'll let you drink.
Oh, thank you, Kana.
According to where I got this, the blood of the ancients was made in memory of the death of Ares in Final Fantasy VII.
Blood of the ancients, not blood of the Asians.
Totally. He said blood of the Asians.
Sorry, I've been
Havercorn.
I'm sorry not to. I've been drinking way too much on this show.
Blood of the Asians. Havercorn's dead. No.
Well, it's blood of the ancients, not the other stuff. Well, that does it with Barteen with Loki. I'm going to turn it over to Lisana for Reedus Gallery.
Hello, and welcome to another entry into Reedus Gallery. For this week's episode, I've got a picture titled Endless Wendy by the Little Firefly. It's charming, and it's, well, hey, she's got something there for once.
It's blue.
Anyways, it's really, kind of interesting style, just because, they didn't go for too many definite lines. They really left it up to shading and line in a different way to actually define where things end and where things start. A lot of color also really helps there. Really loved how they shaded the lips, the eyes, I love the expression on their face, and gotta say, I like the backlighting on the hair. It's not all just blue and darker blue. There's a little bit of the reddish, and you can see the reflection from her skin up against the hair, because believe it or not, your hair will reflect that kind of color. So, I like that they tried to add in some realistic elements, and I love the expression, and with that being said, I'm gonna go around the table and ask everybody's opinions. Charle, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Pause up.
Okay. Elfman?
Thumbs up.
Wendy?
Thumbs up.
Lucy?
Thumbs up.
Natsu?
Thumbs up.
Erza?
Thumbs up.
Kana?
Thumbs up.
And Loki.
Thumbs up.
Alright. What is one thing you liked or disliked about this picture? Charle?
I like the entire picture. I like how, it's Wendy, but older. The only thing that is bothering me right now is it looks like somebody painted on part of her shirt right below the bow. And first thing that happened is my eyes zeroed in on that really weird, almost mistake-like looking. So...
Alright. Elfman?
I like the fact that she has assets now. I mean, blue. Blue. Blue!
Alright.
The goddamn pin is blue.
Wendy?
I love the way this is colored.
Okay.
Yeah, you like staring at yourself, don't you?
And Lucy?
No. I like the colors. The only downside would be the eyes. They kind of creep me out for some reason.
You just don't like bedroom eyes on Wendy.
I said nothing.
Alright. Natsu?
Now that Charle mentioned it, I can't look away. And because she has boobies now, it looks like she has a penis on her shirt.
See?
It's like the boobies are testicles and then there's a wang.
Okay. Alright, here's a
penis shirt.
Well, that's really the only thing that bothers me. Is it just looks like a smudge. It wasn't blended very well, but everything else looks really, really good.
Alright. Kana?
I like the purty hair.
And Loki.
The blue shading on Wendy's hair looks really nice.
Awesome. Alright. So, what is one word to describe this picture? Charle?
God, something that doesn't have to do with that big mistake on the shirt.
One word.
That's more than one word.
That's why I was like, something that doesn't, one word that's not to do with that on the shirt. Cute.
Alrighty. Elfman.
Blue.
Okay. Wendy.
Jelly.
And Lucy?
Creepy.
Okay.
Sure, I can't stare at her eyes.
Natsu?
Penis.
Okay. No, Erza?
I said
Kana?
Natsu stole mine. I thought it was going to be original and say penis, but you know what? Penis.
You can agree.
Penis, yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree with Natsu, then penis. Penis.
And I can only guess what Loki's gonna say.
I'm not gonna say it. Excelsior?
Alright, I'll take it. And with that being said, I'm gonna hand it back to Natsu.
Penis! I'm sorry.
I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah, so that is going to wrap us up for all of our segments, and we are going to move on to the manga recap. Alright, so our first one comes from Antoine LeBron Hambright, and this is on our Facebook page. What are your opinions on the dub so far, and why are some fans so quick to judge someone's performance and say it's not done right or whatever?
Because haters gonna hate, that's why.
I'm a dub fan, and I think the cast has done an awesome job, and I don't think they get the credit they deserve from fans a lot of the time. I kind of agree with that. Basically... There's been there were a lot of comments going around on YouTube when they released the trailer for the third DVD Blu-ray combo pack. People not liking Brina Palenci's Juvia, and I was like, why? And they were basically, the biggest complaint is that Juvia was not talking in the third person.
I hate it when people talk in the third person. I'd rather her not talk in the third person.
Right. So here's my whole thing. Yes, she does speak in the third person in the Japanese version, alright? And I can kind of, to a point, understand that particular argument, but that's not anything on the voice actor. That was a directing decision. So, if you want to yell at anybody, yell at Tyler Walker. That was his choice. I'm gonna sit here and say I actually agree with it, because talking in the third person is insanely annoying.
Yep.
And coming from a show like Konoha Corner, where Toby refers to himself in the third person all the time...
You just totally do!
I want to stab him. In fact, that's part of the Konoha Corner drinking game. Every time Toby refers to himself in the third person, you have to take a shot.
I really like the dub. I mean, granted, I'm a dub fan to begin with myself, but for example, like Todd Havercorn, I don't know the gentleman who does the voice the acting for Natsu in the Japanese, but I think Havercorn pegged that to a T. Like, I can totally imagine it. Like, if Havercorn was speaking if Havercorn was speaking Japanese, that's what it would sound like, because he's just that awesome.
Another of the things, and possibly my favorite soundbite from the show so far, is actually in the, it's episode, I think, 31, where it's the beginning of the Loke arc. And Loki just shows up right after Natsu and Gray and Urza and Lucy have been beating up on some evil guild people. And Loki's like, what's up? And I know this definitely was not in the Japanese version, but... that's what makes it awesome, is that sometimes you get lines that weren't originally in there that you just like, that line is perfect. So, Loki goes, what's up? And Natsu instantly replies, just beating bad guys and being awesome. And I'm like, yeah, that's Fairy Tail in a nutshell, right there. Beating bad guys and being awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome, and it's really cool when things turn out that way. So
yeah. I mean, but...
I think they did a brilliant job.
There are things that I like for the Japanese version, and there are things that I like in the dub version. And I'm kind of back and forth on it, because I don't think it was horribly destroyed. They didn't destroy Fairy Tail. Get over yourself. It's been moved to a different language. So yes, there are going to be differences. It's actually quite annoying in English when people refer to themselves in the third person. So, yeah. There's that stuff. I just announce I'm Natsu Dragneel. I don't say, Natsu thinks this and Natsu thinks that. I don't do that.
Kana think this. Kana demand.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When you speak in the third person, it sounds like caveman talk. Okay?
It's exactly
and the only caveman that was ever funny was Brandon Fraser in Encino Man.
Yes.
And the reason why is because he did not speak in the third person. That is why.
So what does that make Toby from Konoha Corner?
A retard?
Less than a caveman. Below a toaster. Is where you were at.
I thought he at least was upgraded to salmon.
Upgraded to what?
He was at least upgraded to salmon IQ.
Only when he's not doing Toby's Tales. When he's doing Toby's Tales, he's below a toaster. But yeah, I think for the most part, we've been kind of going back and forth as to what we think about the dubs and all that stuff. And for people who haven't actually sat down and watched the full dubs yet, at least on the crew, I know that a lot of us are going to be at MomoCon. So I'm thinking maybe there should be a time that we should sit down and just watch some Fairy Tail episodes, kick back and watch some Fairy Tail.
Christmas in July!
If we can all get together to do that, that would be awesome. Oh God, I should go ahead and announce this randomly in the middle of fan mail. We have shirts. We have shirts now for Konoha Corner, and they technically count for Fairy Tail too. We just couldn't use any Fairy Tail images right now because that would be copyright infringement, and we don't want to do that. So,
like we did for Konoha Corner?
Only a little bit. The image of Gara with the iPod logo, that's actually ours, and I've talked to people, and that's 100% us. We can use that now. So, we're good. That's not copyright infringement, because it's very different from what the original character looks like. You can see that it's an homage to that character, but it's not specifically that character, so we get to have it, we get to have that logo used. And basically, it's the ninjas are so much cooler than internet pirates, and the entire crew for both of them that are going to be at MomoCon, whether it's Fairy Tail or Konoha Corner, they're going to be wearing these shirts and pimping them there. So that should be awesome. All right, so now we're going to move on to the email, because I think we've had our talk about dubs versus subs for now. Our next one comes from Taya Carver, and they say, "Thank you guys so much for reading my email on your podcast. Oh, by the way, you guys did pronounce my name right. It happens every once in a while. It happens.
But not most of the time.
Not most of the time, no. LOL. Please reply soon. Thanks again. Did I mention that I was a huge fan of both your podcast and the anime?
We love you.
So, free t-shirt? Free t-shirt? I don't know. I don't actually have the money to buy a bunch of t-shirts and just give them away as swag. But if we do start making money from these t-shirts, I will totally start doing giveaways. Like once a month, we will throw some swag at your face.
Swiggity swiggity swag.
Swiggity swiggity swag. We'll announce it on the episode. You email us back your address, and we shall send you swag. Alrighty. Yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. All right, our last one comes from Vivian Cheng. And she says, "Hey guys, just wanted to say that I'm a huge fan. Go Fairy Tail! Gray's got a cool accent." Well, he is British. I think that counts as cool, right?
Or something along that line.
Something along that line.
English makes you automatically cool, and as English, I mean British English.
Black.
Alrighty. So yeah, that's going to wrap us up for fan mail, and we are now going to move on to our segments, starting with Charle, who I believe has a bit of magical education for us. Alright, so this week's chapter is chapter 268, and it's called Elite Team B. And I was like, last week when I read the title, I was like, this makes no sense. Then I read this week's chapter, and I was like, okay, never mind, it totally makes sense. And the character on the front is Warren this time, who is a person we don't really get to see much, and we don't know much about. So this is actually very enlightening and interesting. Warren Rocco, age 30, magic type, telepathy. Likes vegetables, dislikes heights. He may be a bit scrawny, but he's the vegetarian of Fairy Tail.
That's why he's scrawny.
That's why he's scrawny. When his former guild was building a temporary new base on the top of a hill, he told them, "Let's build it somewhere else and not so high up." He continued protesting this all the way until they kicked him out. His telepathy magic allows him to communicate with his comrades far away. No one knows that during the 7 years the Tenro team was missing, he called to their names every single day hoping for a response.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That breaks my heart.
That's so sad.
And now we get back to the festival, full of happiness. Yay.
There's an Arabian guy in the audience.
The Sultan of Abiduba is there.
No. In that panel, look at the bottom right corner and look at that guy just creeping on that chick.
Too bad he's no Goku.
Alright, anyway.
There are 2 more teams that made it through the preliminary round.
So, one of them has to be Sabretooth, right?
And who's the other one?
No idea.
Are there any other notable guilds?
The mysterious magical presence. Could it be them?
Here we go. The team who came in second in the preliminaries...
Epic pause, dramatic effect.
Well now, this is definitely unexpected. Could the flapping of their fallen wings really carry them all the way here? It's the least expected, the unbelievable...
No way!
Fairy Tale B-Team!
What?
Yes?
Casio?
Juvia? Wait, what about Luxus?
Fairy Tale has another team?
But why is Mystagon here?
It can't be. Are you Jalal?
Seriously?
Juvia.
Is that the person that's in love with Leon?
That's wonderful. Fairy Tale still has 2 teams in the competition.
Luxus and Gyouza.
Why does Fairy Tale get to have 2 teams?
What's going on here?
Hey! What is going on?
Well, it seems as though there's a lot of people still confused over the new revisions to the rules this year. Don't you think, Yajima-san?
That's right. This year, each guild can have not just 1, but 2 teams into the tournament.
Nobody told us.
Master.
You see that? That's how we join in Fairy Tale.
But in this tournament, each team has the possibility of being matched up against every other team. Will members of the same guild be capable of fighting themselves?
They'll be fine.
Yeah, this is Fairy Tale. Yeah. I don't even foresee this being a problem at all.
But that seems kind of unfair, doesn't it? Like, what if the competition has each team send out 1 member at a time for a battle royale? Then Fairy Tale would be the only guild to have 2 members in the ring at once, right?
I've got a question. When the hell did he get ramen? First he's picking his nose and now he has ramen.
Of the over 100 guilds that entered, Fairy Tale is the only one that still has 2 teams in the running. This is their advantage they've earned, don't you think?
It's definitely in their favor, my boy.
My boy?
I see. So that's why there's so many teams that entered.
Don't give me that crap! I'm serious here! I know, everybody's shocked. I don't care if we're part of the same guild or not! If we're fighting against each other, we fight with all our strength! Don't you dare hold back! Any team we get matched against is an opponent! I'm not gonna lose to anyone, you bastards!
Exactly what I'm hoping for, Mr. 8th place preliminary.
Gyouza's gonna dominate this thing. Natsu isn't gonna lose!
Man, B-Team really looks strong, don't they?
Sis?
Let's do our best, Elfman.
Mystagon, you...
Master really is an understanding guy. We told him about our situation, and he was more than happy to consent to this.
You said you weren't able to get near the event grounds, didn't you?
That was before I thought of this idea.
This is still against the rules. You're not a guild member.
Anyway, haven't you heard? For all our purposes, Mystagon and I are the same person.
That is so true. I was like, yay, cheat!
Anyway, don't get so worked up. This is a festival, isn't it? Right, Mystagon?
Exactly, Gyouza.
And watch it. Mystagon's a lot less talkative, remember?
Gotcha.
Yay, Mavis!
Yay! That person in the mask isn't a guild member, is he?
I'm sorry.
I told you we shouldn't have let them.
We tried to stop you.
But he's not evil. It's strange, but he has the same heart as everyone else with the guild crest.
It's kind of a long story, but I guess you could say he is a guild member. I see. So, that's the Jalal of this world?
Is he strong?
Of course. That's the man who once held the celestial title.
I'll allow it.
Huh?
For Fairy Tale's victory.
Way to go, First Master.
I don't even think all the reasons involved mattered.
She's definitely part of our guild.
So, have you noticed anything yet?
Raventail seems a bit suspicious, but apart from that, nothing.
That's the guild that came out first, right? Their magical presence feels different than it has previous years.
Have you felt the mysterious presence yet?
No, not yet. Go, Gyouza.
Now, for the last team that made it through the preliminary round. That's right. You all know who they are. The strongest, the invincible, the complete dominators, Sabretooth!
I'm sorry, the font type that they used for the word Sabretooth just looks like there was a bloody tampon that they smeared the words with. It's just bad.
Blood of the virgins.
Oh, dear Lord.
Like, no, I mean, I mean it to be disgusting, because that font just screams, oh my god, that's gross. But we finally get to see all of them in their glory, more or less. I like how what's his name? Okay, Sting is kind of a little like Natsu. He's just kind of like, yeah, relish, I'm enjoying this. Rogue is just kind of like, yeah, man, whatever. And he has a sword. I have never seen. I don't. Have we seen Rogue with the sword before?
We haven't seen him do anything.
Not really. All right, and then we've got. Is that their guild? Like, I figured that's not their guild crest. So that dude has one pimpin' tattoo on the side of his, and he's got like Super Saiyan 3 Goku hair, and a bandana.
No, their guild crest is on his cape.
Talking about, yeah, exactly. It's on Rogue's cape, and then this guy in the background with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku hair with the bandana. He's got this like really intricate looking tattoo.
I have a feeling.
And then we've got one of the Three Musketeers, apparently.
I have a feeling that when he shows up in the anime, his hair is either going to be gold, blue,
hat has Super Saiyan 3 hair. What the fuck? And then we've got the atypical girl with a black rose. So
it's Conan.
She looks so pretty.
No, she doesn't look like she has titties that giant.
I just want to say, guys, I've been sitting here laughing.
Says you, it's hidden.
It's hiding under the dress. As soon as she removes the dress, they're just going to pop out like torpedoes.
They're like Shiemi.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Here they come. I'm looking forward to you, Natsu-san.
Don't you wave a finger at me, you bastard. Gajeel.
Okay, in that last panel, it looks like Sasuke and Orochimaru mixed.
Oh god.
They had a baby.
Well, he's just as douchey.
Alright, so anyway.
Over there. That's Fury's strongest guild.
Do your best, Stinkin'.
Flow's cheering for you too. Don't you dare lose, Natsu! Gajeel! They've got an X sheet over on their side too.
That makes up all the teams that will be participating. Looking at the lineup, do you have any thoughts?
To be young again.
That isn't exactly what I meant. Thank you for waiting. Here is the lineup.
Oh my god, it's the 10 Commandments!
Thou shalt not be an old man sitting up here.
Commandment number 1, Fairy Tale, thou shalt not lose.
The Grand Magic Games program has been unveiled.
I like how everybody's like, oh, gasping.
Is that guy spraying beer in the audience? He has an egg on his back.
Has anybody else noticed that the King of Edelus is sitting in there? Right in the middle.
Mother of God.
Yeah, that is totally the King of Edelus. So randomly. That's awesome. Alright, moving on.
There's going to be some contest and a battle every day?
A battle?
As far as the matches go, this is how the points will be distributed amongst 1st through 8th place. As the rankings fall, the amount of points received decreases. For the contest part, you can select any one of your guild to participate. For the following battle part, the organizers will pair up cards selected from the fans' votes.
What the?
They're going to match us up on their own?
So if you have bad luck, you could use up all your magic power in the contest part and end up being selected to battle?
The battle part's rules are simple. Each team will battle, like so. The winning team will receive 10 points. The losing team will receive none. If it's a draw, each team will receive 5 points. Without further ado, I bring you the Grand Magic Games opening game. Let's begin. Hidden! Each team will have one participant. After each team submits their player, I'll explain the rules.
I'll go first. Leave this to me.
Don't forget, your soul as always.
Wild ho!
Quattro Cerberus, Jaeger.
I think I should go first if you don't mind.
I'll permit it.
Mermaid Heel, Beth.
You're up. Nah, pudding.
Gotcha.
Raventail, Nar Pudding.
What a fucked up name.
Alright, moving on.
I got this.
Eve-kun!
Eve-kun. Number 1.
Number 1.
Hip hip hooray! Blue Pegasus, Eve.
One after another, each team has decided on their player. Who will Sabretooth choose? I'll go. The birds are singing a sweet song today.
Way to gay it up.
They've chosen the singing bard of the Red Moon. Rufus has entered.
I like how he takes off his Super Saiyan hair hat, and now he totally looks like Jace.
He has edgy hair, actually.
He totally does.
Butter! That would go great on my Grand Slam.
Neji!
He's Neji in disguise.
Sabretooth, Rufus. Why the hell is everyone cheering like crazy over that jerk?
As a man, let me take point for the team.
There's not a thing about you that feels hidden, Meatball.
Yay!
You should totally say it. Joe should just say it.
Loves me some man meat.
Just say Meatball. Do you?
Meatball!
We don't know anything about the rules of this game, but judging from the name Hidden, it's going to involve stealth.
Wendy should go, since she's so small.
If smaller is better, then maybe Yuka or I should go.
Don't call me small.
Oh, no. No. We should grab this from the very start. I'll go.
Lamia Scale, Leon.
Already?
Settle down.
You're going, Leon?
Yeah. In that case, I'll go too. Let's find out just what kind of tournament this really is.
Fairy Tale, A. Gray.
If there's an in Gray summon, then I'll go too.
Hey, if you lose on purpose, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Fairy Tale B. Juvia. Suddenly the games are off to a fiery start? Next chapter, color insert, 27 pages, to be continued in chapter 269. Vanish into the stillness. So I'm kind of curious about what's going to happen in this. I want to know so badly what's going on. And then we have Blue! And look, he's got a cute little tail. He's got one of those nubby puppy dog tails. Well, he is a dog.
He's so cute.
The dog. Alright, so let's go around the call and see what everybody thought of this chapter. Happy! Thumbs up and thumbs down.
Oh my god, I'm first! Whoa. Farts up.
What? Jalal.
Up.
Loki.
Thumbs up.
Charle.
Paws up.
Wendy.
Thumbs up.
Kana.
Thumbs up.
Elfman.
Manliness up.
Urza.
Thumbs up.
And Lucy.
Thumbs up.
Juvia.
Thumbs up.
Okay, so what's one thing that you really liked or really didn't like about this chapter? Happy.
Oh, I like the fact that I actually get to see Tiger Lily after such a long time.
Panther Lily?
Tiger Lily? What the fuck?
Tiger Lily is Peter Pan!
Shut up! I love my Disney. Sorry, Panther Lily.
Alright, Jalal.
I like the fact that Jalal's in secret and that there's two teams.
Okay. Loki.
I like the fact of the whole tension going on between Natsu and Gajil, even though they're fighting each other like, bring it on, I'm gonna kill you.
Charle.
I kind of like the fact that there is two fairy tale teams.
Okay. Wendy.
I love that, like, everybody is in here and shit's rolling, but I'm so pissed that I still have to wait to find out everybody's fucking names on these teams. Who the hell is everybody?
Seriously, that's the most annoying part.
Give me the
I like
goddamn
the
names,
names we give 'em.
Bashima.
Well, I can tell you mine.
Yeah, the names that we give.
Rufus.
You know, we've had more fun just checking out the audience than we have the rest.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, Soccer and Franklin today, man. And the beer guy. The beer guy.
No. And then the king of Edelus just randomly.
Too bad there's no more Goku. No more groping Goku.
Alright. God. Kana.
I really liked all of Natsu's faces. I don't know why, but it seems that even, like, going back to earlier episodes in the actual anime, and, like, even now, there's just funny faces all the time from Natsu, and they never get old.
Elfman.
I don't like the fact that the meatball's chasing me down.
You can't escape. You can't escape.
I liked it all. Fucking Jalal. Hi, rhymed.
Your boyfriend's... That's gonna be the theme song now. It's like,
my boyfriend.
When Fairy Tail Team B starts, Urza's just gonna be standing up there going, my boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Hey na, hey na. I don't remember the rest of that.
My boyfriend's back. And that's about it.
When did I go straight?
Oh, Lucy.
I like everything because it's exciting.
Trivia.
I like the fact that I got to see my lovely Grace on that again.
Alrighty. And, what are your predictions for the next chapter, which is basically, I mean, what do you think this hidden game is supposed to be? Like, what are your ideas about hidden? Happy.
That I suck at hide and seek?
It's gonna be like the most epic hide and seek ever?
Yeah.
Okay, Jalal.
I have no clue about that, but for some reason in my head I'm thinking that at some point Erza and Jalal are going to be up against each other.
I'm just thinking that hidden should be like a giant epic magical version of Marco Polo.
Oh god. Marco Polo, I feel coldness graze around.
Loki.
Well, given the titles, it has the word stillness in it. Maybe it has like some kind of ninja theme to it.
I was just thinking that.
Nin.
Which is kind of why I'm glad that Natsu's not in there, because Natsu can't even be quiet as a ninja. He's like, nin. Like,
yeah, like that Naruto thing or something.
Naruto or whatever.
Naruto.
That crazy Konoha Quarter podcast.
What is Naruto anyway?
Those people.
The Naruto podcast, yeah.
Awesome.
Nobody watches Naruto. Anyway. Charle.
My prediction is that Juvia and Gray are going to end up fighting each other, and Juvia is just going to be, I love you, lay down and say, screw me.
Oh, great. Who put a baby in the middle of the battlefield?
They made one. Get over it.
No.
Totally
and then Nar Pudding's going to be like, nom, 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 nom,
Don't
baby.
eat the baby!
Wendy.
Okay, guys, I got this. So, Blue Pegasus is gonna be so pissed because it's gonna be a motherfucking Easter egg hunt and they're gonna wish they sent the rabbit.
Damn you,
That is the
Easter
most
eggs.
inventive thing I've heard yet. That is awesome. Kana.
I don't even know how to measure to that. I was gonna say it's gonna be find the tallywhacker before it finds you, but
Oh
damn.
my god.
That Easter egg is gonna win.
The search for Mount Slut Muffin.
No, it's
already
just
found
the
it,
damn
didn't they?
tallywhacker and get it down the hole.
Oh my god.
Okay, does this thing fit in here? Elfman.
I honestly think that the whole entire stillness thing might have to do with something like what they said, the ninja part, but there might be some sort of beholder kind of thing going on, where if it spots you, it'll drain all of your magical energy.
Cool. I'm going with Village Hidden in the Mist or whatever. Edo Lucy.
I just think Hidden's gonna be like the stupidest thing in the world, and they're gonna, get themselves psyched up and facepalm.
Yeah, that is very fairy tale-istic. It's like you're getting all psyched up, and then it's like, the fuck? What did you like about this recap? Happy.
Too many damn bushes.
I totally love the Mavis moment, though. I totally did. It's like, oh my god, this guy's not part of a guild. Oh well, fuck it, he's awesome. We'll keep him.
I agree.
she's like, he's basically one of us. She just looked down. She was like, one of us. One of us.
Exactly.
Jalal.
What's not to like? Perviness? funniness, and meatballs.
Yeah.
I will end you.
Loki.
I have to agree with Happy. Lots of voices. I actually had a fun time, even though I kind of messed up a lot with the narrator.
Yeah, but we still had fun with it. I mean, it's not... It was pretty easygoing. We didn't... Like, there was not a lot of bitching. I was just like, come on, guys, and y'all got back on track.
Oh, and one more thing.
Fairy Tale
Meatball.
is very chill. Oh, you asshole. Alright, Charle.
I like how we messed up so many times, but it was hilariously funny.
Wendy.
I'm very unoriginal. I liked everybody's different voices. Kana's little deep voice
I'm a
thing.
manly man.
Yeah, oh, yeah!
See, it's funny because this is how I talk, and now I'm a man. If only half the people realized they could hit puberty like that.
My ovaries dropped.
You know, if I got a couple, if I got a couple octaves higher, then come talk to me. Then you might fit my description here.
Alright, Kana.
I'm gonna kind of be lame and say the same thing with that Wendy said. I really liked all the different voices everyone had because it was like that's so cool. Granted, I didn't do much other than random deep mysterious I can't speak. Deep mysterious voice.
Deep mysterious?
Shut up, I'm tired. The deep mysterious voice of the manly man that it's like it's different, but it's fun. So it's kind of gonna mindfuck people, I think. But
Elfman.
It was good, except for all the meatballs.
Urza.
I don't know, I liked a lot of it. It was fun. Got to see my boyfriend. And I finished most of my my Lilith outfit during this recap.
Oh, okay. Edo Lucy.
I like how I never learn. Don't do your homework while listening to this. I typed half the shit we said.
That's great. I love that.
Not when you're trying to turn in a homework project, okay?
It's not just when you're actually on the crew. Anybody that's listening to the show, no matter whether it's live or not, you just don't do anything that requires you to write and or type at the same time you're listening to this, because it'll just mess you the fuck up.
It'll fail.
Finally, Juvia.
Okay, I totally surprised the crap out of myself with the voices I did. I was like, I did not know I could do that. and it was fun.
Yeah, I think overall, just from a voiceover standpoint, everybody got a chance to do a kind of a wider range because we had so many different characters all over here, especially when you're doing like audience members and stuff. And I think we're definitely going to keep poking fun at the audience because that's just fun. Audience? What the fuck are you doing having Goku groping people, audience? What? Alrighty. So yeah, that is going to wrap us up for the manga recap and pretty much this episode of the podcast. And all that is left for us to do is to just name this episode of the podcast. So episode 32 shall be called what? Happy.
We're out of hair gel.
Jill.
I'm broken because of Jizz Wizard.
John!
Loki.
The Bard is back and Return of the Meatballs.
Charle.
Blood of the Asians say what?
Damn it, I was totally going to use Blood of the Asian. Wendy.
That is not Blood of the Asians.
Broken penises and blood of the Asians.
Kana.
When the Asians stole the meatball.
What? Elfman.
Too many guilds and only one meatball.
Urza.
Bloody Asian meatballs.
Oh.
Edo Lucy.
Bloody Asian pudding.
Bloody Asian what?
Pudding.
Bloody Asian pudding. Juvia.
I think I just threw it in my mouth.
I hear voices.
Yeah, that sounds about right for this show. I hear voices. We all hear voices.
Manly voices.
Oh my. Okay, mine is Wendy stuffs meatballs in her Gyouza shirt penis.
Say what now, nigga?
Because I covered Cooking with Elfman, Reedus Gallery, the meatball joke. Yeah, it's all together.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so, yeah, that is going to wrap it up for us, and we are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us.
You can now find us on iTunes and Zune by searching for Fairy Tale Podcast, or if you're watching us on YouTube, check the links below.
You can visit our website, fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com, to download the latest episodes of the podcast, plus download and see images and recipes from our segments.
You can find us on YouTube by looking at Fairy Tale Podcast. All of our episodes are posted immediately as they are finished, along with all the interviews. And remember to like and favorite the videos, as well as spread the word.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the Fairy Tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow.
Keep up to date with the latest news, podcast updates, con updates, and what's going on in the world of Fairy Tale by following us on Twitter at FairyTaleCast.
And every time we get another follower, we give Happy a fish.
Aye!
And don't forget, if you want to send us fan mail, send it to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com. Alright, so remember, those shirts are out. You can go to our Facebook page or the Konoha Corner Facebook page. Like we are saying, please support the official releases. Still, if you'd like to continue helping us out, you can go to the Konoha Corner website, which of course is konohacornerpodcast.webs.com. Click on the little donate button, and that will take you to our PayPal where you can insert the monetary amount of your choice into Happy's little pouch. You can also donate on PayPal another way if you have a PayPal account. Type konohacornerpodcast@gmail.com and gift us that amount. Again, while you're doing all that, please don't forget the reason why we're all here, and that, of course, is the Fairy Tale series. Help keep Hiro Mashima employed, and it's really, really easy to do. Just purchase all the anime, manga, video games, and all the incredible swag that's out there. If you can't find it, go to our website, fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com, and check out that merchandise page. Alrighty, I am Natsu Dragneel, and I am saying that this game of Ninja looks like it's gonna be awesome!
I are happy, and let's play hide and seek, everybody.
I'm Jalal, and I'm having multiple identity syndrome problems.
But I broke it.
I'm Loki and Nin Nin.
What the fuck? Stop stealing my lines, Loki!
I'm Charle, and I want to taste me some Asians.
Been there.
I'm Wendy, and Eve-kun, do your best finding those Easter eggs.
I'm Connor. I'm about to go get me some beer and some ice cream. That's a good combo. You should try it.
I'm Elfman. I think my sister's holding meatballs on me.
Hey, Elfman, I got something to help you out.
What?
Naked Grandma.
Oh.
That was cruel, my friend. That was cruel.
Is that who's in his mouth?
Oh!
I'm Erza, and I'm forever scarred.
I'm Lucy, and what the fuck did I write? I think I wrote pudding in here.
I'm Juvia, and I'm so sick and tired of dying right now.
Alright, so that is going to wrap it up for us. From our guild to yours, peace off.
Naked Grandma!
You ass.